There is maybe one Dean Henderson. Apart from Dean Henderson, I can't name another Palace player that's playing well. And the reason for that is it goes back to the manager. Why on earth are you going to perform when you know that this guy's not going to be here? How can you take him seriously? Like, he's given up on the team. That's what Glasner's done. He's practically given up on the team by announcing that he's going to be leaving in January. He didn't have to do that. He caused a hissy fit, and now it's had a domino effect. So that's the reason why, if Deji wanted Glasner right now, I'd be more than happy to give Glasner to Deji, because there is nothing about Palace that gives me. Take him, please. Take him.
You know what? Can I just say something? I agree with this comment in the chat. I think it's OB Touch Ha 2668. He says, "What an unthankful fan, bro." Last season I remember you here fighting for your life. There was one stage, as much as I know that me and you were really good friends and we were backing each other, you literally came on this show and you had nothing to say, bro. Like, you were losing. You were like,
okay. So hold on. We've got 2 wins in 16. We've got 2 wins in 16. What would you say? What is it? Like 2 wins in 16. What should we do? Oh, Glasner, sorry, you want us to FA Cup?
Glasner put Palace on the map, bro. If not for Glasner,
okay, cool. And it's also embarrassed us as well. Glasner's also embarrassed us as well.
How has he embarrassed you?
Macclesfield. We are in the history books that will never ever be beat.
Bro.
Coops, Larnica.
It don't matter, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Bro, can I be real though? Can I be real? And this is why I don't like the bollocks that sometimes you and Potts, Don, Lawless spout. You also from that same school of, if you win a trophy, it brings a winning mentality. That's what you said it, D. Because you tried
and he's ruined that mentality.
Hold on. He wins you an FA Cup.
Yes.
You're supposed to back and build.
Yes.
What you did to Glasner was you dismantled. How can anyone?
How did we dismantle? Hold on. How did we dismantle?
Bro, you sold your best players.
No, we sold Eze and we sold Gahey.
Yes.
Yeah, we sold Eze and Gahey. So Adam Walter's still on that side. Mateta was still on that side from that team. Lucra's still on that side from that team. We sold all of our best players.
What message are you telling Glasner after he won a FA Cup, something you never thought you would see in your life? He wants to now build a team that can compete, and then your thanks very much was, you know what, we're gonna sell 2 of your best. What is that? That is dusty, bro. That's not a team.
And it's summer. Okay, cool.
You're not trying. Your team, your club is not trying to progress, and you're blaming the manager. Are you drunk?
No. It's not. The manager has a blame in this as much as the board does. I want Glasner to leave because Glasner doesn't even want to be here. Are we begged? The guy's been calling for a sack. He's been talking about the owners, which I understand. Now he's deflecting onto the fans. And then he
deflected onto the fans because you guys are not appreciating the job that he's done and the handicap that you've given him.
What do you mean handicap? Are you telling me that some of these players, as I said, we sold Eze and Gahey, right? Eze and Gahey not on the side. We still sign players. Listen. Are you telling me with Brennan Johnson you can't be a side that's from Bosnia?
Listen, what you did is you sold Elise, you sold Eze, and you sold
no. Elise, that's going back.
But you sold Elise on the Glasner.
Sarr came in and Sarr contributed to winning the FA Cup. We have to look at this season. We can't go all the way back. We saw plenty of players.
Are you comparing Sarr to Elise?
No, but who on earth can replace Elise?
Bro, what I'm trying to say to you is, for me, I think what Glasner was looking for was, he was looking for, thank you very much. Can we go and get a Semenyo? Or can you go and get, even if you can't get a Semenyo? No, but why don't you go and get like a Ndringa? But you're Crystal Palace, bro. Go and get some players.
Exactly. We're Crystal Palace, so you're getting up to go and get players or profiles that we won't be able to get.
You bought Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, okay, so
honestly,
okay, cool. As much as you say about Brennan Johnson, yeah, are you telling me Brennan Johnson's that bad of a player that he's struggling against Bosnia?
All we get I'm in about 10 Spurs WhatsApp groups, and no word of a lie. All we get every week is an update from Crystal Palace fans cussing that you brought this guy in.
No, but no, I understand that. I understand the element. Brennan Johnson won. I wasn't against it at the time because we were actually creating chances. And Brennan Johnson at the far post, you can finish. But now we're not even doing that. But my main point is there's a big deflection going on. There is a massive deflection going on, and I can't believe people are buying into it. But Palace fans ain't, because today there was a banner as well. That we've won 2 games in 16, and you're telling us to be humble. 2 games in 16. Yes, cool, we lost Gahey. Yes, cool, we lost Eze. But what about all of the other players? How comes Adam Watson's not himself? How comes the Crow's not himself? How comes Mateta wasn't himself before he decided to give up? How comes all of these players that were in the FA Cup final are not themselves? You're telling me you lost Eze Gahey, but we still brought in players.
I'd be real with you, yeah, bro. And it's a shame that this show is called This Is London, because it means you're guaranteed the spot. This show should be called Are You Serious? And there's nothing. Why are you here? With the greatest respect, bro. I'm in the last 16 of the Champions League. With the greatest.
Okay, cool. You're in the last 16. You're not going to win it, bro.
Fall back and hold that, bro.
You won your first trophy since 2008.
Bro, I'm just saying. I'm asking you. If I was Mateta, I'd down tools as well. Because you're
okay, cool. So don't go about the Eze and Gahey thing when he's still, by the way, Gahey thing, I understand to a certain degree, right? But this is the dilemma that the club's in. And as much as I don't like Parish and the board, this is the situation. Glasner announced that he's leaving mid-January. And now we ended up selling Gahey. By the way, do you even know that Gahey had an argument with Glasner? The fact that you can have an argument with Gahey is mind-baffling in the first place, because he's probably the nicest guy out there. So, I don't know what he's done, but it's reflected onto the players. But we saw Gahey. Now, next season, are we playing a back 3 or are we playing a back 4? So we go sign a centre-back. For example, Joachim Andersen, when he was at a football club, he was very good at not very good. He was good at back 4. Back 3, he's lost. So if we don't know what we're going to have next season, how can we go and replace Gahey for 40, 50 million pounds? If Glasner said he's staying at a football club and we didn't replace Gahey, I'll say, cool. You know what? We know what we're doing next season. You should back him. But we don't know what we're doing. We're Palace. We're not going to go spend 40 million pounds on Gahey. And you can't replace Gahey. He's one of the best centre-backs, because there's different types of profiles of centre-backs. Now, with the Eze, we brought in Yeremy Pino, which Glasner wanted, instead of El Khanous, because he didn't want El Khanous. And Yeremy Pino's been awful. So this narrative, maybe we should have brought in Glasner a bit earlier, that we've abandoned the team. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. It's bullshit that comes from Glasner. He hasn't been good enough. Thankfully, we won today.
I don't know how you can say he hasn't been good enough, bro. Like, you guys.
Deji, explain what happened at Frankfurt and Wolfsburg for Glasner. What happened? Why is everyone forgetting about that?
What happened there? He won a title.
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
exactly the same thing. In fact, at Wolfsburg, his captain said, "Thank God that he's going." I'll find the quotes for you. Because he's too emotional. He's a man-child. He's too emotional. The same thing that's happened at his previous clubs are happening at Palace right now, and I promise you, it will happen after he goes as well. There's a lack of accountability from him. There's a lack of some of the opposition. I'm telling you, you don't need Eze and Gahey. By the way, we did bring in other players, but you don't even need Eze and Gahey to go beat them sides. We are sideways football, backwards football. There is nothing about this Palace side, and you have to look at the manager. Why is Glasner getting away with so much? Like, why is it that, all right, cool, we want to set FA Cup and Community Shield, but what about the other games? Like, 16 games is a big sample size. It's not 5, 10. Like, we're approaching 20 games and nearly 2 wins, and today we narrowly, as I said, we shouldn't have beaten Wolves. They had a penalty in the first half, which got saved, and if that went in, then I don't know if we score another goal. If they didn't get a red card, they played with 10 men, and people are still talking about Glasner not getting backed. I understand it to a certain degree.
Who do you want then, D? Who do you want?
Honestly, right now, I don't think we're winning the Conference League with Glasner. Anyone that could give a boost. I want anyone but Glasner. Anyone.
Sean Dyche.
Anyone on an interim basis to the end of the season. Anyone. And to the end of the season, anyone. Anyone. Wow. That's what I want. I don't want a manager that thinks he's getting too big for his boots. Way too big. Palace are, no matter what you say about us, I'd rather, I've seen us in the shit. Yeah, we've been in the shit. But when a manager starts to disrespect the fans, that's when I realized, cool, you went to the owners, then you went to the players, now you're going to the fans. He's calling for the sack. I don't respect that. I don't respect the man that gives up. He wants to get sacked. so he can get the payoff. And I don't respect that. So if Deji wants him at his football club, cool. But today's performance wasn't great. Let's see what happens.
Deji, do you reckon the swap Glasner to Spurs and Thomas Frank to Palace? What do you reckon?
Yeah, bro. Like
There is a chance.
I hope. The thing is, I hope that what Tottenham can do different is they can back him. I genuinely, I just think Palace didn't back Glasner. I think Glasner, with the tools that he was given,
that's a nightmare. I promise
he actually pulled off a miracle, man, and then wasn't backed. I mean, I don't know.
I promise you. If okay, cool. He's done, as I said, Frankfurt, Wolfsburg, and now Palace. This happened 3 times. This is a trend at this point. But if you're saying that trend is going to change, because at Tottenham of all clubs, with your recruitment, you have to realize some of the players that you have in your team that you think Glasner coming in is going to change everything. Then you need to give your head a wobble, because that's not going to happen. I promise you that, because your recruitment is arse as it is. And Glasner's talent ID is not great. Like he's a good coach, but talent ID wise, we could have approached it much differently. Look at Palace. Who on earth have we got? We've got no flair players. Palace have always had someone that could get on the ball and we stand up and we look forward to it. Right now, we've got no one. And people have to realize that Glasner also plays a part to it as well as the recruitment team, because he wants direct players. All we have is Brennan Johnson, direct player, running behind. Evan Gassan can do a bit on the ball, but still more of a direct player. We've changed our whole approach for Glasner. Cool, we might have not done enough in terms of bringing in maybe 1 or 2 more players, and we could have replaced Gay and we could have do ifs and buts. But the whole profile has changed because of Glasner. And now we're in this mud where there's no one who can get on the ball and really create anything.
And I'll be honest, I'll worry for Palace long term. I think Parish has been a disgrace. I think he's been absolutely awful. I look at what Palace have done with their recruitment. It's been pretty impressive. Elise, Eza, Gehi, Wharton, Mateta, and most of those players are either gone or they're leaving or they've left. And I think it's a joke that they've not been replaced. And I think that Glasner, as much as I do think that he has been pretty disrespectful.
Potts, we replace Eze. This narrative, we replace Eze. Why do people think we didn't sign players? We bought Jeremy Pino from Villarreal.
With who though, bro? With who?
What do you mean with who?
Who was it? Who's replaced Eze?
Jeremy Pino. He hasn't been good enough.
But what I'm saying is you haven't replaced the goals and the quality and the creativity of Elise, Ezar, Gehi.
Yeah, because the type of profile that he wants. Glasner teams are not good in possession. Even how we won the FA Cup final, you go watch that game back.
All right, let me put it a different way then, quick, right? Let me put it a different way, because I want to close in a bit. Let me put it in a different way. You've just won the FA Cup, okay? You're Glasner, and you say to Steve Parish, what's happening in the summer? And he says, I don't think you're going to be able to keep Gay. I think he's going to go. Ezra's going to leave because we need the money and he's not going to sign. Glasner must be thinking, well, hang on a minute. I've just won you silverware for the first time in your club's history, and you're getting rid of me 2 best players. What's happening here? And I can understand why Glasner then becomes unsettled.
And with Gay, you saw what happened in the summer. If Steve Parish wanted to, he could have sold Gay in the summer to Liverpool, but he pulled out last minute because of the manager. Now, with replacing Eze, we brought in Jeremy Pino, but could we have brought in another player? Yes, we could have. But the words that he uses is we left him abandoned. Well, Glasner's quote in late December was that, hold up, I wanted a smaller squad. So he changes his mind every other week. And that's what I'm saying. Like this week he will apologize to the fans. Next week he will cuss us and everyone else. Then a week after he will apologize. He just has too much of a tantrum, and people will realize this. Just like with Eze, what I said, I thought Eze for £60 million was probably the best time to sell him, because we would have never got that much of a value. And you can see it. He's a moment's player. Against Spurs, will turn up. We'll see in the next other games. He hasn't been as consistent throughout the season. Elise, we said it then. Like Elise, I thought was way better than Eze, and you've seen the levels he's going to. And I'm saying now with Glasner, we'll see if history repeats itself. But I think it will. And he's going over the top. There's a lot of deflection being made. You look at Palace's results, and you look at the team selection in those games, and you look at the players that played in those games. There is a lot of deflection being made by this manager. A lot. And the blame is not one person, but right now, in terms of overall the morale of the squad and how good they're playing, first of all, you take out Glasner, then we can talk about Parish and the board next. But Glasner's the first step, in my opinion, because I want to win the Conference League. I really do. And it sounds wild,
And
but I don't see us
you
winning
should have a
obviously.
good chance of winning that. You should be in a position to have a good
I
chance.
beg you watch us play. I beg you go watch us play last week Thursday against Mostar, Zrinski Mostar, and see how we performed, and then tell me that we should we can go win the Conference League. Look at the players that played in that game, by the way. Deji Kamada, Adam Walton, Lucra, Shran Larson. I know people laugh about Shran Larson, but he's not terrible. He's not a terrible footballer. Brennan Johnson. And put those names alongside the opposition that we faced. We didn't face Man City. We didn't face Liverpool or any of. We faced Mostar from Bosnia. Half of the stadium, you can see houses. From the camera view, all you see is houses. You can watch that. Literally, look outside the window. You can see the game being played. That's the type of opposition that we faced. And with those players in the team, we went head to head. And they're not even top of the Bosnian league. So based on performances, no, we won't. We won't win the Conference League because we've lost everything. We've lost everything under this manager.